Dave Hodges here, host of the Common Sense Show. We are the show that is freeing America, one enslaved soul, one enslaved mind at a time. We defend God, family, country, and we have a special place for defending the oppressed. Right now, a lot of Americans, really, as we go through this series on a continual basis, a lot of Americans are oppressed. We estimate between 40 and 45 million. That number is growing exponentially. And we're going to hit this in various segments today because, listen, I'm not anti-technology, certainly not. I'm not anti-progress, certainly not. But I am we're going to strip away the ability to live in certain regions because some people are greedy and want to make money. That's right. And we need to call a halt to it. So we're going to get into this real quickly here. And I think you're going to find this to be revelatory because we're not getting any attention in the mainstream media. There aren't many people like me that are doing this. And I just wanted to make sure that my voice is heard. And by the way, there's an effort to suppress that. So please share far and wide. We are brought to you by the Magic Dicol Starter Pack. You get 3 Nanosoma liquid sprays. This is for your immune system, and it's the reason I'm here. And you've heard me tell my story about RSV and strep lung linings. And then you've got the topical gel when you start getting back into the gym and doing things, and those aches and pains and joint stress pops up. Well, this grows pluripotent stem cells, and over 30 peer-reviewed studies says, hey, they can fix that. Now, it takes varied time depending on who you are and what you've got and how long you've had it. But for me, it took about 6 to 8 weeks of constant application once a day. And today I'm able to do things I haven't done in over a quarter of a century. And then finally, there's the skin cream, cuts and burns, fine lines and wrinkles, together 15% off. It's a great deal, folks. I'll tell you, every medicine cabinet in America should have this. Go to iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. Well, let's launch into this situation here, depicted here. And just look at this. Data centers nationwide, a growing national threat. It's not just here in the Phoenix area. I live north of Phoenix. It's just not here. It's not just Vegas. We estimate somewhere around 19 states now are severely impacted by data centers near water supplies and driving up electrical rates to unsustainable levels for a nation where 65% of the people can't afford a $500 car repair bill. Hey, look at this. Data center developer files lawsuit seeking access to the Colorado River. Drought conditions, but that doesn't stop the greed from flowing. The river may stop flowing in its quantity, but the greed flows, actually, it's overflowing. Let's continue on here with this. While the Hoover Dam and Lake Mead crisis hits Nevada and Arizona the hardest right now, the same pattern is repeating across the country. So, hey, sucks for you guys over there. It's coming to a neighborhood near you. Just give it time. Data centers are exploding. These facilities are enormous consumers of electricity and water. Single large hyperscale data centers can use as much power as a medium-sized city and millions of gallons of water per day for cooling. As AI demand rockets, companies are building them in Virginia, Texas, Georgia, Ohio, Illinois, and many other states. And we're going to hit some of those many other states here. Now, the national risks. This is just unacceptable to me. We've got the electricity strain. Data centers demand 24/7 reliable power. This forces utilities to overbuild generation capacity or rely on peaker plants, driving up costs for all consumers. In regions with aging grids, and that's a major problem across the country, or limited new power plants, this leads to brownouts or rolling blackouts, especially in the summer or winter extremes. Question: what about people who need life-saving medical devices who are dependent on 24/7 uninterrupted energy? Oh, I guess it's just too bad for them. Don't get sick. Is that what you're saying, data center owners? Water consumption. Many data centers use evaporative cooling systems that pull heavily from local water supplies. In drought-prone, already stressed areas, this competes with agriculture. Listen to me. You're going to hear over time how this is going to eventually, unless it's cured, going to end up with creation of famines in certain areas. Not just extreme product shortages, the inability to get food at all. We are moving progressively in that direction. Okay, business electric bills rise sharply. That leads to inflation. In severe cases, regulators may impose conservation mandates or tiered pricing that effectively rations power, okay, and water usage. You're going to have brownouts, folks. And how are we going to get through these electrical bills that are skyrocketing when 65% of all Americans cannot afford a $500 car repair bill? We're in a failing economy, and the war that we're restarting now is only going to make this worse. Broader vulnerability. If enough data centers concentrate in one region, they can overwhelm local infrastructure. We're already seeing warnings given by grid operators about data center load threatening reliability in multiple states. The Southwest is the canary in the coal mine. What starts out as a regional crisis around Hoover Dam and Lake Mead could become a national one as data centers multiply. We're going to make that case here in the subsequent series segments. The combination of skyrocketing energy demand, water use, and profit-driven expansion is creating system fragility, higher costs, rationing, and blackout risk for ordinary Americans, while the tech giants secure their supply and, I would add, their profits. Now, we're going to skip this section here, and I just want to stop and ask you a question. Are you ready to do something about this? Well, stay tuned because in the final segment of this series, we're going to go through and I should say, I have an action plan. And of course, you adapt the action plan to suit your needs and your personality, and that's perfectly understandable. But I think there's nothing worse than people that go on social media, stoke the fires of fear and offer no alternatives. There's always something that can be done. Always. And right now, we're not organizing very well. Some local communities have risen up with local pockets of resistance, but the data center people just overwhelm them. If we had a national uprising of sentiment to slow down dramatically, limit and where and how many they produce of these data centers, we could start to turn this around. But right now, we're not doing very well. Tell me what you think. Leave me some comments because we're going to take a tour around the country in the next segment and show you it's not just in the Southwest. Sucks for Phoenix. Oh, Las Vegas. Too bad for you, the Imperial Valley of California. Oh, too bad. So sad. It's all around the country and it's spreading like a stage 4 cancer. We're going to hit that today on the Common Sense Show. Stay tuned.